Hey y'all, give me 1 second. I just saw some breaking news coming about this case and I want to double check if it's true. So hang with me tight. How's everybody's day? Um, hmm, interesting. Now I lost where I have like a million tabs. Hey Pointer Lover, hey Amber, hey Solo, hey I'll be Frank. Is anybody else seeing that Harry's body was found? Oh, Amber. Sources confirmed to the I team the body of 3-year-old Harry has been found. Hmm. Anybody else hear that? Because I didn't. Harry Conkerdy has been found. My last update that I'm seeing is an hour ago, and we know that well, we surely saw yesterday Hardy, I put Hardy, that misinformation spreads fast. Semi ridiculous. Hey Punkat, hey Solo. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I have Cruise converged there as of 13 minutes ago. Cruise. Oh no. CBS confirmed it. Look, let me go to CBS News. Says 3-year-old he was found was he found on a tree farm? You gotta freaking be kidding me right now. CBS News. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure I have the most accurate information. Not, I mean, you guys are the most accurate information, but I want to pull it up. Hmm. Oh, hey, Save Robbie. I know I feel in Locumized Discord. If anyone has the link, would you be able to? Oh, you can't post it here. I cannot find it, guys. Um, shoot. Oh, got it. My computer's freaking out because I have so many tabs open. And that's not playing. All right, let me just read it to you. I keep losing you guys. Oh, hi, Jules. Oh, you did. And Punkat, email it to me, please. You're amazing. Thank you. Last thing I knew on Fox 25. So let me pull up Harry. I'm about as tired of this stuff as. Why is my computer going nuts? Well, this is. Okay, I gotta close some tabs. says 0 in the chat. Yeah, what is going on? It's so crazy. If I missed anybody, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, there we go. In case you guys didn't see, this is the house where Harry went missing from. That's the neighbors. You can see the backyards where the woods. So the woods scared me a lot. If you saw my community page, you saw that. See the backyard? They have a pool. It was fenced in. The woods behind the house scared me a lot. He was. Hey, look at my life. Where'd she go? I know somebody's emailing me the article. They did say that he was dropped off at 7:15 yesterday morning, and he was outside, I guess, at 9:15, and for some reason he was by himself for about 15 minutes, of which he then vanished, I guess. I'm grabbing the article now. Beautiful. Hey, Boston. All right, I'm going to grab. No. It's okay, Lokama. I got this. I got the article just now, so no, that's good. I had an idea. I've been trying to find, because there's not that many news things yet reporting on it, so I'm going to go pull this up. It's crazy. All this happened within like 2 minutes of me getting ready for this, so I was like, what in the world? Here we go. Yep, here we go. I'll go ahead and share this. Well, this stinks. Boston, I was wondering, I don't know if y'all knew this either, about a week ago, a 6-year-old boy was killed there, but his was actually like, he fell in the water when he was with his mom. She went in after him and she died too, but the one sibling like survived. It's just tragic. This is foul play. Okay. A missing 3-year-old boy. Let me get, you guys can see it full screen. Missing 3-year-old boy was found dead a day after he was reported missing from his babysitter's home in a massive search. The body of the boy was discovered Wednesday afternoon after he went disappearing from his babysitter's house on Frida Lane. He was found not far from the home. Says he was dropped off at 9:15. About 15 minutes later, the babysitter called 911 to report Harry was missing. They have a very narrow window. Okay, so is that when they found him? Two different police dogs picked up Harry's scent, both heading in the same direction towards the woods. I told you guys the woods behind the house. Harry was last seen wearing a shirt and gray pants. Oh, sweet baby. Police did not, I repeat, did not. Oh, I better go back and make sure you guys aren't safe. Yes, the response was amazing. I know. Yeah, that response was great. All right, let me keep reading here. Interesting, they said they did not suspect foul play. They started the search at the home. 200 people. I mean, they really did an amazing job. They had abduction. I was just going to say Uvalde could take some lessons, but hey, you know, whatever. Abduction rapid deployment was offered as help. There's reason. The reason there's no Amber Alert, there's no reason to believe there was a crime. This was yesterday, I would assume. We don't have them on video. We have the footage. Guys, I'm not seeing. Let's see. So they found him in this area. Is that what I'm understanding? Yes. Pamela? You again with this pool? All right, y'all. Something smells bad. And it ain't just me. Exactly, Solo. What do you get? Look at my life. Where are you? I'll be frank. Did you tell Sleuth Mom yet? Y'all, I am about. Something smells bad about this case. Locomai, do you have thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on it? Because kids wander in the woods, right? You're ridiculous, Pam. Meaning, Pamela, I didn't either. It happened within. Jules, no cause of death yet. No, Boston. Okay, thanks, Look of My Life. I will say my hat's off to the police for their massive, like, right. I do not see a cause of death listed at this point, which now it is saying let's break this timeline down a little bit just to see what they're. This is just on the year of Summer Wells, y'all. But I don't know what. By the way, a side note, I did not read the full coverage of what Don Wells' letter said about Summer, but based on what Alex, the brief I've talked to her and seeing what he wrote, it was pathetic. That's what I thought. I need to check the temperature last night, but yeah, Locomai, like, well, that's what I was thinking. Oh, Boston, oh my gosh, Boston, I just said I thought you just said you were moving your son at the cemetery. Wow. Yeah, Locomai life, that's a good question. Let's see. So this was Lowell, Massachusetts. Boston. So it says the police did not, this article just now said did not suspect foul play. Now, that sometimes I think you can tell a lot based on words, because we know it's past tense, right? So it would make more sense for the police to say they do not suspect foul play as opposed to they did not suspect foul play. Maybe that's just me thinking too deeply into it. When they say it did not, yeah, did not suspect foul play, that would mean that for me, they might now. Yeah, snakes, Boston, demographically, or anybody who lives close to there, you know that area well, right? They're about 3 hours, no, 30 minutes from you. Now, we did see the, let me show you guys something. Oh, duh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Let's see this for a sec. All right. Oh my gosh, Boston. Okay, I just want to show you this one thing that is it Boston? I wondered. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . I wanted to see what you guys thought of this one right here. So this is a picture of the backyard. So my fear was if you look way back there behind the pool, you can see a whole lot of woods. Um, that was my fear. I mean, yes, the in-ground pool was wicked cool, but it does seem based on everything I saw that it was really, like fenced in and whatnot. Yeah, the street view that I looked at, I'll be frank, was nice. I will say that the housing prices, was about 500,000, which I know, living near Boston, it gets to be very expensive. But it actually looked like an okay area around that spot. But the hard part for me is that exactly what the police are saying. So we see the pool. Oh, okay. We see the pool and we see the woods back there. We have to remember that there was only a 15-minute span, allegedly, when the babysitter says that. Hold on, I want to keep that up a little bit. When the babysitter says that he went missing. Now, I don't know why a 3-year-old nonverbal boy, because we have to remember he was nonverbal. Oh, is it Boston? Okay. Why a nonverbal 3-year-old boy was playing out back by himself when there is a pool out there. I can't say. Maybe she thought she saw him, maybe she was out there with him and had to run upstairs to go to the bathroom. I mean, it could be anything. Hey, Rena, I don't necessarily know that I would have let my 3-year-old play out back. Yeah, so I did not let's get this back up here. Based on what I saw on this picture, I did not see. It looks to be like there's a little something on the side. Oh, all right. Pointer lover. Oh, hey, Lynn Diaz. I did not see that they said he was autistic, but that doesn't mean that didn't say it somewhere. Locumized life. Okay, he wasn't nonverbal. They put it out like that because he might. Really, I'll be frank. Really? Okay, so I'll be frank is clarifying he wasn't nonverbal, that they put it out like that because he might not respond to people. Okay. And he was learning to speak then at that point, correct? Wow. Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about being autistic, but I will say that in the far back we see the woods. I did not, and Frank, maybe you guys in Look of My Life, maybe you have seen something I didn't, but from the woods to the house, was there any type of fencing? I see a little bit of fencing on the side, but I don't see fencing in the far back. Um, and have you guys seen at any place where they've said, like they said a short distance? Did I miss an article where they might have said the distance? Gotcha. Okay, Lokamai. Did they say a distance of how far? It just, from what I'm seeing, is just that it says basically that he was found. They probably don't know a lot more yet, so I'll give them that. But um, he couldn't have been that, like, he couldn't have been that close, or I would have thought they would have found him yesterday. You know, um, a neighbor saw him around 9:15. A neighbor saw him about 9:15, and 15 minutes later, the babysitter called 911. Hey, Jen's life. What do you think, Lokamai? What do you think, Frank? This is just, and I'm asking you guys because this is nuts, guys. We're talking a 15-minute window. You want me to believe that a 3-year-old boy went far enough into the woods that he died, and like they didn't find him. It's just like the only reason they found him where they did, it said, was because of the dogs picked up on a scent. If And they haven't said yet, guys, where he was found. They just said he was found not far from the home. Yeah, no. Oh, pointer lover. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Um, with as limited as we're getting, I don't know. Yeah, it's a hard one to say. It's like Conde or something. Kkonde. Man, this is crazy. Okay, so this is also important to know. Is this was only Yes, Lynn, he was. Yeah, exactly, Solo. Yep, Lynn, he was not far from the home. They haven't said the exact location. I am reading this was Harry's fifth visit with the babysitter, and that they say it appears that he walked out the door on his own. The babysitter was watching one other child at the time. Two different police dogs picked up Harry's scent, both heading in the same direction towards the woods behind the house. So, so the babysitter says that he walked out of the house on his own. I mean, kids do that. I get it. I get it. I don't know. Nothing yet on mom yet. So this was the babysitter, and it was only his fifth visit there. 15-minute window. Hmm. That's insane. But I mean, Lokomai could be right. He could have hit his head and fallen. He could have. It's just really hard to kind of grasp what could have happened in that amount of time that he wasn't found yesterday. Yeah, this is really weird. It doesn't say that he was found in their yard either. Right, pointer lover, I know. Something is really off. Let me see if anything's been issued from ugh, it from the Facebook page. Harry. Not that I saw, but okay, so then there it says just heavy hearts. We inform you that Harry, who is reported as missing endangered child, has been located deceased and been removed as missing. And that's sad. I don't know. Something's weird to me, but yeah, something's just not adding up. Um, I think maybe, yeah, that's just it, Solo. I mean, if I wouldn't have known that And I don't think the cops did anything wrong because they were amazing, the response and everything. If I wouldn't have thought that, if I wouldn't have known that 200 cops were searching for him yesterday nonstop and that they started like bright and early this morning searching for him, I might feel a little bit different, but it's just hard to believe that he was wandering around the woods and 200 police officers didn't see him. Now, I did see an article that was just weird to me. It said they were searching a farm. Hey, Rody Gal, is it? Yeah, Pointer Lover. Right, Punkat. There was one thing, they said they expanded their search to a farm. See, now everything's like gone about him. Um, just crazy. Right, exactly. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. This is weird. This is weird. Hey, Lori. Oh, okay. There is. I'll be frank. All right. There's a press conference at 3:30. So we will definitely know more than that. I'll go ahead and tune it. Now, based on okay, based on what I'm seeing on Twitter, yeah, it looks more like it looks more of a farm. I'm getting distracted. Sorry. It looks more of a really roady gale. A farm type woods, but maybe that's not where they found him and just where they're looking from. Hey, Laura. Laura, really? Oh my gosh. That's awful. Oh, that's okay, Rebellious. Wow, Laura, that's so crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. Wow. So we will definitely watch that press conference at 3:30. Um, oh, thanks, Lokamai. So I want to change topics just a little bit since we know that's coming at 3:30. And I don't think we'll know very much anymore until we know more about that at the press conference. I like Lokamai and Frank said they won't, we won't know the cause of death for Rebellious Rose. This is the kid in Massachusetts that Laura, look at Punkette. Saw on Twitter they have police tape up in front of Rowley's farm. Holy cow. Laura, how far is Rowley's farm in comparison to Frida Lane? And could you hop on over there and check it out for me? In fact, go right over and tell the police that you're there for Positively Parker, and I'm sure they'll let you right through. Tell them it's pee-pee. Please tell them that. Yeah, they'll let you right in. Say Positively Parker wants me to go in and take video and everything, and I'm sure they'll let you pass the police. Hold on, I'm waiting for Laura to tell me because she'll know if she lives there. I'm not in my city. I'm at my ex's with the kids. Oh, come on! Yes, Whiskey, he was. Let me just type it in. He was found tragically. The dogs picked up on a scent. Again, I can't say enough. The police department. I hope Uvalde gets training from them because they did a fantastic job in response and like just a fantastic job. Um, how far is Rowley's farm from Rita? I just put from Fresca Lane. Oops, I put Fresca Lane, guys. Um, yep, that's what I just got, Lokamai. Dang. Point 3 miles. Man, guys. It's a Christmas tree farm. Oh man. I don't know. This doesn't sound good to me. To Hey, Sleuth Mom. Yeah, this is crazy. 1 minute, point 2 miles. So yeah, give or take, Lokamai. Oh, that is tragic. This will be very interesting. I wonder how much information they will give me. Sleuth Mom, are you streaming the press conference? Because if you are, I'll just direct people over there instead of streaming it myself. Why is my computer screen cracked? You know, I would hope if somebody hit him with a car that they would stop. I would like to believe at least we're still that decent and human in America, but I don't know anymore. I guess it would depend on, like, I understand he could have walked anywhere, but Laura, they did. They found him there in Rowley's. Oh, I don't know if it's at Rowley's, but they did find him. They said not far from the home. I guess in the woods, from my understanding. But that's all they basically have said. That and I'll be frank, said that they are going to. That they're doing a press conference at 3:30. If she's going to Oh, okay, Local My Life. If Sleuth Mom is going to stream it, then I'm not going to stream it. I'll just have people go over there. If she's not, I'll stream it here. But we won't obviously know the cause of death, but I think that they will. Yeah, no, yeah, Laura. Apparently, as of 4 hours ago, it said they had found the okay, found him. Then the dogs. Yep, it said that the dogs picked up a scent. Two dogs picked up a scent in the woods in that direction, and they went there. Just to recap the timeline, his parents dropped him off at 7:15. Yes, thank you, Rebellious. Where's Remy? My man, Remy hasn't been here in a couple days. Hope she's okay. Um, wow, ADD. Yeah, Laura, I know. Well, it just seemed like a situation where they'd find him alive, because at the time it didn't. The babysitter says he walked out of the house by himself. I mean, that's not that far to believe, hard to believe because 3-year-olds are three. How many times have you had to run and grab your kid before they I know that when I had finally when more than one kid, if we weren't going to be in the exact same room, I would lock the doors just because, well, just because. But I know, Yanni. So it says his parents picked him up, dropped him off at 9:15. This was the fifth time that they have that Harry had been there. Yep. Okay, Boston. Yep. They did find him at Rowley's farm then. Had been there. Um, she said he walked that. You know, wait a minute. Okay. So, okay. All right. Thanks, Lokamai. Okay, I can't even talk today. Yeah, Sandy. So, Sleuth Mom is going to, as long as all goes planned. Lynn is dropping the link. Thank you. And she's going to stream the press conference. If for some reason she can't, then we'll hop over here. Lynn, do you know if Alex is doing any type of live today as well for summer? I wanted to make sure I advertise that. Yeah, all right, Laura, get pictures. That sounds way too exciting. I am very sorry that I just acted like that. Yeah, well, so that's what I'm saying. Like when my kids were little, because kids are kids, right? They want to go out, they see outside, they want to go outside. And so what they do is just, I'd have to lock the door because, and it has to, do you remember Frank Watts? Not Frank, oh, so sorry. Frank Rusek, remember he had to put a high um, lock on because Cece kept trying to get out the door. Like we know that's what 3-year-olds do. So as a babysitter, I hate judging. I Right, Annie. I don't mean this. Okay, I shouldn't say. Okay, if you're babysitting a kid, please lock the door. That's all I'm gonna say. But so he gets out. The neighbor says that they saw. Right, Sandy. The neighbors said they saw him playing in the backyard. That's okay, Laura. Maybe you can go later. They said that they saw him playing in the backyard at 9:15. The babysitter calls at 9:30. Hey guys, where is my sleuth mom? I need to get her email, I'll be frank, and Lokamai because I love her stuff and I would love it if the three of us did something together sometime, but I digress. See something, say something, right? As a baby, as a neighbor, what the hoo-ha did I just do? As a neighbor, if I saw, okay, guys, make sure you check out Alex's live. She is amazing. Like, she's one of my favorite people. Um, if you saw a 3-year-old playing by themselves in the backyard, say something. Risk your neighbor getting offended. I know that sounds horrible, and I'm going to share a story, guys. I'm going to share a Parkerism. All right? Not to make light of the situation, but I've told you before once that my youngest son is going to be the death of me. He was going to be the death of me when I was a right, Lynn, exactly. As from growing up, I know Pointer Lover. He once couldn't find my husband who was in the bathroom, and my husband didn't lock the door because he went to the neighbors, and I'm thankful our neighbors at the time were smart enough that they were like, "Hey, buddy," they knew it like wasn't normal for he was 6 at the time. That they didn't normally just see him wandering around by himself, so they had him come in with them, and they come over, right, and they're like, "Hey, I think we have your son." Um, but he was like talking to us, and so we just went ahead. He wanted to eat dinner with us. Is that okay? And I was like, "Oh my goodness, yes! My husband's in the bath. Man, go to the bathroom, right?" So, so I was very appreciative that they didn't be like, "Why are you here, buddy?" Right? Like they took him in and just now. Sometimes that's not great. And we told him like, "You never leave this house. Daddy and mommy are never going to leave you. Blah blah blah. We're always going to be here. Don't ever leave this house." And And then there was a second time, I know, right? This is my child, y'all. I'm not even gonna tell you this. This is my son who's been hit by a car, not once, not twice, but 3 times. This is my son who wanted to be a police officer. I think he still does. And we once had to like chase him down the street because he was running up to cars giving them paper tickets. Like when I say that this child has been the death of me, he's been the death of me. Um, yeah, Lynn, he's just so one time he said, "Can I go on the back?" This is when he was 7 or 8, 7. "Can I go on the back deck, mommy, at our house we live at now?" I said, "Sure." Go. So I'm watching him from doing the dishes, and he goes away for 1 second, and I head out the house to go see like where he went. Okay, all right, thanks, Laura. And all of a sudden, as I'm walking out, I mean, I'm talking 3 to 4 minutes tops, y'all. Like God's honest truth. I know. Oh, Lynn. Once, the guy. Oh, so okay. So when anybody, so a drunk driver hit him. He We were on our way to a school event. Okay, one time he like ran out at the same time in the car, so it wasn't like a bad accident. And one time he literally just the car was at the stop thing, and he ran out while the car was going forward. But yes, the one time we were on our way to a school event in Texas, and the school was really close, so we walked, and we got around. He was on a scooter, and we got around the corner, and it was just getting dark. It was for my son's concert, and we said, "All right, bud, go ahead." And we were at a little distance because he was on a scooter, enough where we could still see him. And I tell you guys, it was literally. I stopped. It was like I just stopped breathing. I watched as he started to cross the road. This car comes flying around the corner, and praise God. I know he was probably 5 at the time. Um, he So the car comes flying around the corner, and I just scream his name, and my husband darts out running. Well, my son, as he's crossing the scooter, sees the guy, and the guy was cognitive enough that he slammed on his brakes. But as he's slamming on the brake, he hit his feet, like because my son kind of like because he was on the scooter, and it flew him. But praise God, because we were right next to the school, it flew him far enough that he landed on the grass. And my husband was running, and all I was doing, you guys, I know people must have thought I was like a freak. I was just screaming. I was just going, no! Like I was just screaming. Oh my gosh, Pamela. Oh wow, Locum Naya life. So I was screaming, like, I don't know. They say that like parents and moms get this weird, I don't know, you get this weird adrenaline rush. So I ran to him, and he's talking to me, and the ambulance comes and took him to the hospital and everything. But in that time, the guy gets out of the car, and he's slurring, and he's like, "Hey, is he okay? I don't even know." And I was like, "Do not touch my son." And he was like, "Okay, okay." And he left. Well, the idiot got caught later on by the police, and he went to jail and everything. But oh my goodness, my point is to these parents who are losing these parents, my heart. I had a whole point to this. Yeah, my heart for these parents, remembering in that moment what it was like to watch them get hit. I just can't even fathom that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, just it was a bizarre, like, almost like, yeah, he got in big trouble. Um, and because it was a school zone, and the principal was amazing. She came running out because after when I was with him, and finally I realized he was talking and stuff. Like, they took him to the hospital. He broke his ankle, but I like started getting faint, and I don't know if it was. Oh, it's my children. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, guys. Nehemiah, can you and Haven get that in the basement? That's Elijah's bike, and I don't want him to see it. It's Braden. You guys put it together.
Is that Elijah's dirt bike? Or
He didn't get a BMX bike. It's a really nice one. So I need you guys to take it in the basement, please.
Oh, I got it.
Well, just work together.
We have to
Open the door.
No,
So,
we have to put
stop fighting. I'm on a live. You know, all these people don't want to see you guys fight.
Well, first of all, we need 2mm, 5mm, or 6mm.
Well, you don't have to put it together now. Just take it downstairs. I know, Yenny. So when I did it,
5mm, and 6mm,
Go.
8 wrenches. Then we need 10, 14, 15, 19 wrenches. Then Philip
All right.
has a screwdriver.
Yep. Okay. On a live.
Don't have.
All right. Love you. But it's like that feeling of you just go, oh, like, I don't know. So my heart feels for these parents when you see that. You're like, oh. Yeah, well, Yenny, that's the thing. So the interesting part was you guys knew that my, mistake was aired to the entire YouTube community, and everybody has been very graceful. And it was a mistake, and I told it, but when they were like working out my deal and stuff, like I said to my, lawyer, I was like, look, you do the crime, you do the time. Like this, like, basically he was like, what are you doing? You're like wanting to plead guilty. Yeah, like the deal is you make mistakes happen, but you need to own it. So anyways, it's just a long story short. Yeah, it's just crazy. That was just to say that I can't imagine what Harry's parents feel like right now. I mean, it's just tragic. And Harmony Montgomery's mom, I don't know a lot about her, but I know that I think she really tried to turn her life around, and I feel bad that she didn't get the chance, that these two morons took that chance from her. They did say that they have not found her, which is disappointing. And I had read this article, and somebody claimed that for sure it was the van. Wait, what did Rebellious Rose say that I missed? Because I'm being extremely insensitive right now. Oh, wow. Haven, I need your help. Punkette is here. Punkette's the one that gave you the slushy. Can you plug that in, baby, over there? Please, before my thing dies. Wow, Rebellious, that's terrible.
I like Punkette.
You like Punkette? Of course you do. No. Here, that part right here.
What is this magician like?
Plug it into an outlet, dear. Haven, over there. Okay, yes, you can. Come on.
My arms don't go.
Haven, you can do it. Haven! Look at me. In there, by the push. Sorry. Come on. Be smart. You can do it.
What?
Wow. I know, Lynn. Well, we had, yeah, Yenny, and that's actually what happened, basically, with me. And, I only had 3, but 3 is too much, and the end of the day, because I don't drink, like, yeah, you just, hey, you do the crime, you do the time, and it is the most expensive, stupid mistake that I've ever made in my life. But you make them, but you learn from them. If you don't learn, the problem I have is when people don't learn from them. There was a case in my town where one of my brother's friends, this is bad, y'all. This is bad. This is confession time with Parker. He actually was severely drunk. Hey, Kimberly, and he hit a senior in high school, and the senior died, and he left the scene, and he was found the next day, and he said that he thought he hit a deer. He did go to prison for only 3 years, but he goodbye. Go upstairs, please. He drinks like a fish still. In fact, so much that at my brother's wedding, people were getting frustrated because he ended up in somebody's car, like sleeping in their car, random person drunk. And like he was a groomsman, and one of the groomsmen like pulled him aside the next day and told him like you better stop right now or you're gonna leave. This isn't about you because you. It was horrible. Um, yeah, exactly, Yenny. Yeah, I know, Lynn. I know. It, exactly, Yenny. If you're not, I haven't had a drink since then because one, I don't even don't even desire to because and to be honest, I said this when we came, I don't know how we got set. When I came home, we were completely open and honest with the kids because I wanted the oh man, Pamela, I'm so sorry. I wanted my kids, well, for one, I was absolutely hysterical. I mean, I wherever my mugshot is floating around on the internet, it probably is hilarious because I'm sure my things are like um my eyes are like swollen shut. Wow, rebellious. Um like if Parker doesn't do well in jail, guys, I'm not cut out for prison. And I didn't even go to the actual jail. Like I'm not cut out for prison, guys. They'll eat me alive. I cried the entire time. Like I'm pretty sure the officer just wanted me to get out of his sight because I wouldn't stop crying. Anyways, we were very honest with my kids about like, look, this is what I did. And although I only had three, it was a bad decision. One is too many to drive. And I wanted to be honest with them because yeah, Yenny, because they are often like, well, that's never going to happen to us. We're never going to be that stupid. Well, don't say it's not going to because it was a work event, right? So there is. I was in sales, and there's a little bit of pressure that comes with certain careers that you're in, and you're out and you're having fun, and your boss is paying for the, and you can very much, even at 40 years old, get wrapped up in that stupid kind of stuff. And so we told my kids like, this will happen. This this is not something to mess around with. I said, I am thankful I'm alive, but I'm more thankful that even though I was a little like tipsy but not full blown drunk, I still had beers in me enough that my what do you call that reactional time and things like that isn't good. I'm more thankful that I didn't kill somebody else. Like do you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, Solo, I am so sorry. See, that's my problem, Solo, if you don't learn from it. Like, the way like we've talked about, I wanted to be the one to eventually tell you guys this story, but, it was told for me. But people have shown me a lot of grace in the community. And have you, Jen? Yeah. And understanding. Now, I would not expect the same grace if I went back out and did it again. It's like we all make, mistakes, okay? But two times, nah, that's not a mistake anymore. That's a choice. Wow. Wow. And when my brother was just out of college, he got one. And instead, here's the difference. My brother's friend went back to it. My brother, dude, he changed his life. It changed it. Like, if I could tell you how proud I am, my brother called me the day after it happened and he just like cried with me and said, I know it's tough, but because I was crying, but he rode his bike for his master's degree every day for a year, even in the snow. It changed his life. Yep, exactly. If he has one drink, he will not go anywhere. Um, he went on to get his master's. He has an amazing job, an amazing wife in North Carolina. Like it changed his life, but he allowed his mistake to change his life. Oh my gosh, rebellious Rose. I mean, even if you look at Laura, she's not here anymore. She's listening, and she's been pretty honest about her struggles and stuff. And she's, sober 10 years. She's worked hard to change her life. Oh my gosh. Pamela, that's the thing that's really sad is because they threw the book at my brother, like because of his age and stuff. And but there's a lot of women my age that get off with these things based on the fact that they're my age, and that there's a little more grace. Um, yep, Lynn, I completely agree. One is too much. It's not worth the risk. And my dad, like there was one thing he preached to my brother and I. Yep, exactly, rebellious. He preached. Look, my dad always said, if there's one thing I ever will tell you guys, if I ever find out you are driving and drinking, right? I mean, he told us always, you will get caught. You play with fire, you will get caught, and you will kill somebody else, and I will not let you do that. And my brother got caught, y'all, and he was such a little punk at the time. He was like 21. Um, he got like mad because my dad wanted to leave him in jail for the whole weekend. I'm not even kidding you. He said he wanted to ride the orange jumpsuit for the entire weekend, but my mom cried her way out and went and bailed him out. Well, when they get there, my brother in his punk attitude goes, "It's about time you guys show up." And so my dad looked at the police officer and said, "Yeah, I'm not ready to get him out. Can you go ahead and leave him there for a while?" And my dad left for like another few hours before he would come back and get him. And then he didn't talk to him for like days. And even now, fast forward, I'm 40 years old. I was scared to death to tell my father. So my mom told my dad. And I guess at first he was like, "What?" And was flipping out to my mom. And then like he calmed down and was like, "Is she okay?" All this stuff. But yeah, like even to this day, that's still sorry guys, I'm missing all. I'm sorry we kind of got off in this tangent. Most times. Yeah, see, I don't get that how you can kill somebody and then but Pamela, she died. I'm really sorry. Solo, I'm super proud of you. So I think that's where we're going to run into problems in New York because they just legalized marijuana, and so they're trying to figure out if they can, if there can be any repercussions. Like the law, the law people, whoever you call them, are trying to figure out can there be repercussions? How will we tell if somebody's driving stoned? Is that as bad as driving drunk? I've never driven stoned, but I've been stoned in the past when I was much younger. And I would say it's as bad, but they're saying there's no way to truly effectively determine when they were doing it. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't. Oh, Lynn, Natasha aired it for me for the world right after I left her mod chat. It was Lynn, I was at um a work event and had 3 IPAs, which is more than beer, I guess. And I drove and turned a left on a road you weren't supposed to be left, but the cop did see me come out of the bar, so I was pretty much sank. I got pulled over and got a DWI. So and I got a lawyer and everything, but it's been a rough road. I do have to have for a year that thing you breathe into, just to see like and it was a story I was going to share at some point. I just wanted to do it on my own, not in somebody else do it for me. But so I did get I breathe into that thing for a year just to make sure that I don't even know what it's called, to make sure that you don't aren't drinking or anything. And then it's like a victim impact panel and then like a 7 week impairment class. Yep, exactly, solo. Um, which is fine. Could be way worse. So and the judge asked me, "Is there anything you want to say?" I said, "I'm just really sorry. This was my last court hearing." I said, "This is a very expensive mistake because it is." And she was like, "I know." And I said, "I apologize to you, to my family." And she was like, "I get it." She said, "I just want to make sure she was an awesome judge. She said, I just want it. Well, and that's what my mom told us for years. Just call us. Just call us. I don't care how long it is. Just call us. Um, and she was really great. I last week when I was there, she was just like, I just want to make sure, mentally, are you okay? Because I know it can be really difficult as a mom. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing okay. I said, I've accepted it. And, I just want to do my consequences and move on with my life. In the positive, I went back to college. It's just a lot of things. There was bad and there was good. Yeah, yeah. It's like this little tube I have to breathalyzer kind of. Yeah, Lynn. So it's kind of like my story I wanted to share. Yeah, it was pretty bad, rebellious. My husband, ooh, he was mad, and I was like, oh well. Um, and in hindsight, like I said, I'm alive and everyone else on the road is alive, so that's all I care about. And New York State is it's weird how the states operate because Texas, it's like you just like if you, because I thought you should refuse the breathalyzer there, but apparently you shouldn't in New York State. Well, in Texas, you should. I never got one in Texas, but I knew somebody that did. Yeah, Sandy, it was. I think I would have, I would have liked to have been able to tell it to make more of an impact, but it still made an impact. And it wasn't something I was hiding, but it also was something I was right in the middle of. I'm right in the middle of still dealing with legal proceedings over that. So, like kind of needed it to be on the DL as well. And it wasn't something like had anything to do with this community that I was hiding. So it was just a really weird situation. Yes, yes. Thank you, Lori. I couldn't remember the word of it. Well, that's the thing too. Those aren't cheap if you didn't know. You have to pay for those, like lease it um, bi-weekly. So, and then you have to get it calibrated every month. So that's like 150 bucks. But I'm lucky that I even, because of the fact that I'm the stay-at-home mom, I have to get the kids everywhere. And um, like, so they gave me the conditional license, but that could have been a lot worse. Like I could lose my license altogether. So, oh, Yenny, it was 100%. Yes, that is exactly what happened. Yeah, thanks, Lynn. Solo, it was rough. It was a rough morning, but we kind of knew it was coming. Yeah, it was. I think had it been told as a concern, it was different, but because it was told out of spite, it was. Yes, Amber and yes, all like cat like I don't want to say I sorry I just outed her, but a few of the people that I talked to and stuff were like I went right to them and was honest. I said, guys, I think this is gonna be used against me and um because when that happened, y'all, that night I was like, I just want to die. Like I did because I couldn't believe I could do something so stupid. I felt so much shame. It was just like I just wanted to die. I couldn't believe I did that. I couldn't believe my kids that I do that to my, just a lot of things, the shame I felt from it. um and then I lost my job because people were like, why did the judge was like, why did you call your job? And my lawyer was like, why did you call your job? I said, because they were going to find out about it anyways, and I don't know, I just felt that I had to tell my job. So I called, and my boss was like, yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go for that. And I was like, so, I mean, there's been some significant, I had a really high paying job. So there's been significant repercussions from that. But they kept saying to me, it's probably going to be. And then one day I went to bed, and the next day I got all these messages that were like, Parker, I'm so sorry that happened. Yeah, I would have felt guilty, Amber. They're like, I'm so sorry that, and I was like, oh, it came out, didn't it? And so then, but then everybody was really gracious. They were like, we make mistakes. Yeah. Oh, have you, Lori? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my brother, he had a public defender, and they took him to trial, and it was awful. And so I mean, yeah, you make mistakes in life no matter how old you are. But again, if I wouldn't have lost my job, I wouldn't be back in school to do what my passion is. And so it just, hello? I, I heard an ear hustler. Yes. Okay. But anyways, yes, there was some, and my lawyer did want, because there was a little bit of targeting, but you know, so my lawyer said, "Do you want to go to trial and fight this?" I said, "Well, you know what? Even if I was targeted, the bottom line is I still did it, you know?" So I do think that there was some targeting, but yeah, Yanni, I did. You know, I didn't want it to be something that is revealed all over YouTube. I'm just kidding. Yeah, and oh, solo for sure. Yeah, Lori, my attorney, I think he gave me a deal, luckily, because he knows, but it was like $3,500. But if I would have taken it to trial, which not many do, only like 4% do, it it can be around 7 grand. So it can be, like I said, it's a very expensive mistake. But I had no desire to take it to trial for the targeting, even though, you know, it showed much evidence of being, it was more like, but regardless, at the end of the day, I still made the choice. So, all right, Amber. Yeah, bottom line, I mean, how do you judge he targeted me? Okay, well, were you still drinking? Absolutely, I still was. So, I mean, you know, so it's not, and you feel like a loser enough for doing it. It's worse. I think it would be worse to go through a trial about it. Like, you know, so Amber, I know. Amber, Amber is speaking truth. She's been silent for so long, sometimes she just can't take it anymore. But yes, guys, that is how we know that attorney fees go very quickly. Very quick. Oh, Solo, yes, yes, my former creator that I modded for. No, I know Amber doesn't, but you get Amber to a point where she's like had enough and you're vindictive to her friends. Yeah, I know, Lynn. Well, that's the thing, and like I get really mad when people are going on about Robbie and questioning. So, who was talking about the other day? Like Granny, and whether you like her or not, like the point is on people attacking other people's sobriety and stuff like that on here. I know what just that one little mistake, how horrible I felt afterwards. Like, I can't imagine people on here that are constantly getting their sobriety questioned, how it must feel for them to be like made to feel, even like Alex, I mean, she's been open up about hers, to be made to feel less than because of your addiction, you know? It's just, it really bothers me. See, Lori, that's awesome. It just really, oh, exactly, rebellious. It really bothers me that people, Boston, you're okay. It really bothers me that people throw sobriety in others' face. We don't know anybody's sobriety. We don't know if they are or they aren't. And it's not really for us to judge. Exactly. But what I do know is if people are working on their sobriety, the last thing they need is to feel like garbage about it, is my opinion. Is my opinion. And I think we're seeing that happen a lot. That people are either saying, like, yeah, I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. It's just, to me, it's wrong. Yep, exactly, rebellious. Thank you. Yenny, oh my gosh. Amber, yes. Amber was like the only one in our group that had never had a ticket. She was like, I once got, like, it was hilarious. Exactly, Solo. Because what if you making fun of somebody's sobriety pushes them back into it? Are you really willing to live with being the person that pushes somebody back into it? I'm not. It's not, I mean, just because you're not addicted to alcohol doesn't mean you're not addicted to other things like cell phones, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, we really got no business speaking on people's addictions. And yeah, Lynn, encourage the person. I think that we have no business making fun of anybody's sobriety. But that got way off the topic of Harry. Way off the topic. So we're gonna watch that on Sandy, I agree with that. Yes, you will, Amber. You're always like that. I actually agree with that, Sandy. I just said that last night to Amber, in fact. Oh my gosh, Pointer Lover, that is an amazing story. Praise the Lord, that is so awesome. Good for you. Wow. Really proud of you. That's amazing. So I do encourage you guys to watch Alex live later. And at 3:30, we're going to hop on, at least I am, to Sleuth's mom page. She's going to stream the press conference on Harry. We are going to talk about Alexis Gabe here this week. And also, I'm going to talk a little bit about Megan Walsh, which is a case it's a weird case. And Adam Walsh. You know John Walsh. Like, it's a really bizarre case. Yes, it was amazing, Boston. I always thought John Walsh was the super stand-up guy, but I'm starting to see things that maybe he wasn't as stand-up as we thought. So we're gonna look a little bit at that. And also, I don't know if you guys have been following the Red Lip case at all, Danielle, the one that I thought was super cut and dry. Like, they were definitely remember she stabbed her husband. They were definitely a very toxic people or couple, and I listened to her testimony, and he was equally as bad as she was. Like, I'm not saying that like she didn't do it and doesn't deserve to be in jail, but I definitely think I think they had a relationship that was super physically violent, the both of them. It was weird. Yes. Keep Sweet on Netflix. Okay. No news about Dylan. Kathy Joe told me the Diesel brothers, whoever they are headed that way. I know thank you, actually. Let me look at that because I know the Diesel brothers were headed there to search. Aiden has a search party going out this weekend. They are searching in the Ruby Mountain area. And the Curry area, the Ruby Mountain Rebels are setting up the command for that event. So they're searching for him in the Curry area. And then Dylan, Texas EquaSearch is coming, as well as the Diesel brothers, to help find him as well. So nothing yet on either of those, unfortunately, but I just hope they're found. Yeah, no, Aiden is same. There is a possibility that it was a mental breakdown, but regardless, every mom deserves to get their child home. Amy understands, there's a lot of focus on Dylan right now. Amy's Aiden's mom. However, she understands, the system of the way things have to work. And he was without from what I read, yes, Lynn, thank you. He was, I believe, off his medication, but he was visiting Utah on his way back from California. I still have my speculations. I still think there's too many similarities, but that's my opinion. But let's just hope this weekend one of them is found. Yes, and follow Alexis Cakes so I'm not talking to Rebellious Rose about it because Rebellious Rose's daughter is best friends with Alexis. I'm purposefully not talking to Rebellious Rose about the case because there's things that she knows that I don't want to, that I don't slip. So just so you know, like, my dog was fixed yesterday and she keeps breaking her cone. Well, maybe she's mad at you. Oh, I have no idea. Where's my dog lovers in here?
Me.
No, you don't know how to fix a cone.
Oh, what?
Some bitter taste. Oh, that's a good idea.
What'd you say?
How long have you been sober, pointer lover? Somebody on here has a cone problem. Their dog got fixed, and they have like a cone around their neck, and it keeps breaking. Or she keeps biting it. Yes, Zach's story. Again, the texting. Yep, the texting and driving. Yeah, I know Alexis's parents. I wanted to do an interview with them. Bye, Boston. Love ya. Love you too. They have been told basically to not give any more interviews right now, which obviously is.
Keep fighting mom. The mom is too small because
Oh, okay. That's awesome, Amber.
if it was the right size, then he wouldn't be able to bite it.
Yeah.
And it gives nothing to
Rebellious too. I wanted to tell you that really quick, and then we gotta go. I know it. Criminality, which is Teresa, has agreed to help look into the case as well to Alexis. So I'm gonna send her some info on it. Anyone that doesn't know the backstory of Alexis Gabe, she went missing on January 26, 2022. Her keys were found in her car. She was with her ex-boyfriend at the time. Her car was found, and the only video they had is one guy walking away, and it was really, he had a hood up and everything. But they did determine and have basically said that, they believe he did it, the ex-boyfriend, and that she is dead based on all the evidence they have. It is a homicide. Well, when they went to arrest him, Rebellious, make sure you correct me if I'm wrong. When they went to arrest him, he charged at the police with a knife, and the police shot him, so he is dead. 2 weeks ago. The problem is Alexis is still missing. Like Rebellious is saying right now, they do believe there are family members of the deceased or friends who know where she is. So the biggest thing is getting them to come forward, because the family understands that the chances of Alexis being alive right now are not good, but they just want to find her and bring her home. All right, Sandy, thank you. So I got to email Criminality. She's going to get on the case as well. Yes, thank you, Lynn. So it's just unnecessary again. 2 kids dead unnecessarily. Just ridiculous. All right, you guys. Well, I'll talk to you later. I know, right, Lynn? Terrible, just terrible. And I'll probably see a lot of you over on Sleuth's channel. Thanks, guys. You're awesome. Love you all.